Because I don't think we need to worry about having a trophy. We have a trophy, it's locked in permanently. Because don't you have to have a trophy to fight the final boss? Oh, not in denial, right. That's for the other biomes, is that correct? I think it's correct.
Tried and tested.
Respectful.
A bond to be
Respectful.
counted on.
Tracking shot. They changed the UI here. Tracking shot gives a super dodge token. Same thing with touche. Same thing with incision and duelist advance. Okay, well, we're not gonna be using incision, but you know, good to know we have it. There's a button in the settings that allows you to reveal all the relationships with one button, but I like clicking on them.
War. Rewards only.
What is it good for? Absolutely nothing. All right, watchtower. Wow, it doesn't matter what direction we go. I guess we'll go right, left. Everyone wants to go to the medical bay. They're like, man, we need drugs. No, you don't need drugs. Stop worrying about it. You'll be fine. What's the light at? 100. I do have pocket light. We don't need it, but we got it. Is this another memory?
Past,
Oh, hell yeah.
we learn to face the future. Chapter 2. After Hours. Beneath her doublet, a swelling desire to go beyond her instructor's expectations.
Are we gonna kill our instructor?
His respect, and perhaps his attention.
Touche. Gain stance if no stance. Hiya! Nice hit, impressive. Do it again! Got to watch my footwork. Defensive stance immunity cannot be harmed by skills in defensive stance. Damage the training dummy 3 times. So, we need to change our stance, e.g. feint. At a certain point though, we're gonna be hitting him, aren't we? Oh, I know what's gonna happen. So disengage in touche, it does not seem appropriate. Let's feint. Now, will it invert stance first or second? I don't know, but we are in the right stance for this. We cannot disengage. If we disengage and move back, we'll never be able to... Oh no, you will never be able to use touche to actually damage it. Well, I guess you can just use feint multiple times. Doesn't matter, just hit him. Again! Cannot be harmed by defensive stance and aggressive stance. We need to clear our stance. Flick, flesh. Removes. So we need to, okay, it is a puzzle. We need to enter a defensive stance, flick, and then we can attack in our aggressive stance again. So we need to change stances. Or, you know, use this. It doesn't matter which one we do to invert our stance. We do have 4 actions, which is nice. I think we'll need all 4 of these actions. Yes! And then remove. Watch this. And then we need to become aggressive stance again. We don't need to use this ability. I'm gonna save it. And then smack it. Are you impressed yet, Monsieur?
Nimble and sure-footed, her flawless form drew his notice.
Clear skill, clear on target. Oh, it's again on target, clear skill cooldowns, self-remove all stance tokens. We can use this on someone else, I think. Okay. So like the AoE burn ability from the Plague Doctor, you can do that twice in a row. Normally it has a cooldown. Okay, okay. This basically tutorializes the stances a bit. Yeah, but I've played the Watcher from Slay the Spire, so... Interesting. 50% chance of removing stance tokens. You'd rather it not, I suppose. Because then you have to enter your stance again, but... Okay, I mean, that's interesting. I don't really know how it fits, but I like it.
The loathing whispers.
The loathing loathings. What the heck is
to
this?
the horizon and lament.
Hazard. Tier. Oblivion's Ingress. Oasis. No. Stop. Shrine of Reflection. Assistance Encounter. Destitute. Militia. Den. This is a long one. Lair. Encounter. I suppose I would like to do Oblivion's Ingress. What is an Oblivion's Ingress? That's cultist fights? That's not bad. So if we go left, we can do that fight, do the shrine encounter, jump right to the creature den, and then run out of armor and then run out of armor. Oh, I don't want to run out of armor, but if we take that path, we will run out of armor. If we take any path, we run out of armor though. We're out of armor. Well, we're gonna have to do the battle with no armor at some point, I suppose. Let's move left. Speedrunning her story. I mean, that's what I'm here for, basically.
Despair and disorientation steal your mind as we pass through the void. The avatars of oblivion, clergy of the spreading
I think
stain.
we cleanse some of the flame penalties when we do the upcoming combat, so that'll be nice. Yeah, it is just a cultist fight. Okay, do we have more flapjacks? No. What do we need? You having the bleed resist. Quite nice. I wish I had another form of bleed resistance, though. You're going to be point blank shot and duelist advancing constantly. We want to give you many riposts. Same thing for you. You're going to be inverting your stance and gaining riposts constantly, ideally. You know, I don't think I'm going to need the tattered banner here, will I? Because I'm going to keep it just in case. Just in case. I'm going to use both of these. I'm going to use this, because I haven't, but we should. Okay, so we have what we want. You know what? We have full health. Reduce stress. Let's use some of these items we have. Just some cute little cultists. Cute little spider blob. They all get an action before me, huh? Thankfully, we're very dodgy. So that gives him the buff. You have already given yourself a crit, which is unfortunate. Do you start with Magnesium Rain? We could just start incisioning everyone and then like use all of our abilities that grant super dodge and then just have dodges on everyone. You know, considering you will probably get hit by a crit, actually seems very beneficial, doesn't it? Yeah. It bled him, which is fine. Oh, we can give him multiple super dodges. That seems okay. Self back, rank 1 or 2, gain if no stance, flick, disengage. Right. Preparation. Let's start by giving the token. Well, this gives you stances. Ah, but it doesn't do damage. That's fine. It gives you a speed buff, which is nice. Okay, you are not stealthed. Let's burn him. Poison him. Remove your block token. Give yourself a crit. Could have sworn that ability was better, but I think I just need to buff it before it's better.
A brilliant conclusion.
Okay, now we have a lot of riposts up, and they do more damage. Wait, what happened to my buff?
Hold fast. For who knows?
Did I not have a
what
buff
lurks in the
that
beyond.
gave you more damage on your riposts? Did I not use that ability? Oh, you know, that problem still is existent in Darkest Dungeon. Things are not necessarily clear. I thought this would apply a buff that was, quote, 50% damage when defensive stance, crits when aggressive stance, end quote. That's not what it does. It gives you a buff if you're in the defensive stance when you use preparation, I think. So I thought I was gonna get a buff that I could then spend on riposte. That's not how it works. Okay, interesting. The game was nerfed. Yeah, seems like it. $10 damage or 4 damage. You know, it gets rid of your tokens. Good hit. You are dead. You not so much. Repartee still gives you dodge tokens, though. It could still be worth doing, but you already have a dodge token, so maybe not. Maybe not right now. Take aim was a bit too good to be fair. Yeah, but it did take up your whole turn to use it. That was kind of the point. Okay, so now if I used preparation, we would get a strength crit riposte. No, we would get 50% riposte damage for 4 turns and a strength token on top of that. There we go, okay. Understood.
Bravo!
Kind of spreading out the damage between them, unfortunately, but nothing else to do there. You know what? Dodge token? Not quite Death's Door. Oh, I hate that crit, though. This would kill him. Definitely worth doing.
A deliberate and methodical appliance of harm.
You lost your speed buff. That's totally fine. You could have, like, a dodge token. That would be nice. Disengage would do it. Ignores block, huh? How come you always hit like 1 too little HP? There's strength, crit, riposte, death blow. We're not gonna have time to heal before we're done with the combat, but honestly, that's fine. You know what? Eat a corpse. Oh, I took that ability off, huh? Alright, well, tip of the hat to you. That worked.
Greater threats await.
Strange Med, welcome. Started burning through Darkest Dungeon 2 videos list. I'm gonna bounce and watch everything in order. Well, Strange Med, I haven't played Darkest Dungeon 2 in a long time. This is not necessarily gonna be out of order, I suppose. Plus 100% damage, round end, minus 30% damage. Interesting.
The loathing whispers.
You know, if you can become immune to debuffs, then you'll never get the debuff effect. Or, wait a minute, I got a question. Could we just remove the debuffs with indiscriminate science? Because it's a negative token. It's a you know what? It's not a token, is it? It's a buff. Debuffs count for debuffs and tokens, right? Yeah. Again, a little bit of a unclear mechanic, but the idle thought debuff, it's not a token, so indiscriminate science won't remove it because it only removes negative tokens, but the debuff resistance works on negative tokens and debuffs. So if we could get 100% debuff resist, this would never apply, I think. Unless that's not how it works, but it says debuff resist, not negative token resist. So I think it would work. How interesting. Okay. Give that to you. Think we're okay. 2 people need things. You're gonna take medicinal herbs and remove all negative tokens from a target and remove combo. -1. You know, remove some corpses. Sounds good. Where are we going? Forward. He said that like an hour ago. He said that 5 minutes ago. I was in the middle of combat. Oh, at least I got that one.
Who will face the half-remembered horrors of their past? Chapter 3. Insatiable.
Don't have the hots for your teacher.
Under more direct tutelage, she blossomed. A formidable fighter, fastidious in the extreme, and possessed of a ruthless single-mindedness. It was this absence of fear that gave her an uncanny edge. Between instructor and pupil, the intimacy of martial respect boiled over into a simmering entanglement, and soon, long hours of drills regularly culminated in amorous clashes, as fierce as any rencontre.
Before I look at this, rencontre, variant spelling of rencounter, a chance meeting with someone, or a battle, skirmish, or duel. Flesh. Plus 30% damage when in an aggressive stance. Well, let's look at it in the main view. A pleasant thought, something. Plus 30% damage when self in aggressive stance. It moves you forward all the way to the front. It also removes all of your dodge tokens. On upgrade, it'll remove your dodge tokens unless you're in a defensive stance first. So you get damage if you're in the aggressive stance. If you're in the defensive stance, you get to keep your dodge tokens. I mean, it's a good way of moving forward, I guess. I'm realizing also, disengage. That's one way you can get around those shields that we had previously, because you could pull the enemies or push the enemies as long as you were in a stance. 20% crit chance as well. It's a high crit chance, but it's only 5% more in the aggressive stance. It really does depend on whether or not you have dodges.
Because
if you have
prepared for the upcoming obstruction?
Dodges, you probably don't want to get rid of your dodges. But it might be worth it for the damage, or maybe you'll just have
emptied of mind and spirit by
lots
some existential shock. The poor devils roam aimlessly amidst the trees.
Blah, 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 blah. Maybe you'll just have lots of damage and no dodges. Maybe you're not going to be focusing on that style of play. This seems very poor to take for this mission. One target heal for 12. We don't need to worry about the stress as much as we need to worry about the heals. Let's take this. I'm also gonna take this and not take the tattered banner. I doubt we're gonna have to worry about that here. All right, let's do it. They changed the healing items to heal a static mat instead of a percentage. I'm glad that is the case, because previously healing by a percentage meant that it was better to use your healing items on specific people, which was a little awkward. Ordained. Imbued with extra power. Thank you, blindness. They all have dodge tokens. Cooldown 2. Probably don't need to do that right now then. Lunge, repartee, maybe. Buffs everyone else's damage. Oh, the poison is gonna stack up here though. Magnesium rain, yes.
Haste and carelessness. All
Rape
marks
shot,
of the unprepared.
yes. Although, 10 to 13 could get a kill, but we're doing damage and we're removing the dodge token, and we landed the shot anyways. That seems okay. All right. Feint, invert, stance, touche. Okay, we need to enter a stance. You have less HP. Gave him a super block. I should be using those more often, I'll admit. We can prepare, which gives us a guaranteed crit. Or I could just, like, well, this will move me forward and kill a spider. And it gives another big dodge token, which seems okay. You don't need to worry about that. Self back 1, defensive stance, dodge token, target pull, and knockback. Let's do feint, because it gets a kill and gives us riposte. There we go. Had to think about it. It's a tough character to wrap your head around. It really is. Stun and vulnerability, that sucks. When else are you gonna use those rags? Well, it doesn't matter, because with the double dodge in the back, we're gonna purge that with the plague grenade anyways, I think. What's my thinking? We could... I think we're also going to use the indiscriminate science, because that's a lot of negative tokens. Clearing them all, it's a huge heal. Removes the riposte, but removes a stun, removes 2 vulnerable, and I mean the stun's going to cause you to lose your action anyways, so it's probably worth it. Okay, what are you doing? Do this?
Welcome relief from caustic agony.
You know, what a shot. Through the block, sorry, through the dodge and crit. Are we still unlocking stuff on the duelist? I have not played Darkest Dungeon 2 since before this DLC. So this is literally my first time playing the Binding Blade with the Crusader and the Duelist. I don't even know how to unlock the Crusader. We'll figure it out as we go. Clear a corpse, reduce stress. Or... now, indiscriminate science. I will remove the stun token. It's worth it. Because now you get to act. And, well... I don't want to move you back, so... I'm just gonna give you more ripostes. Because I assume at some point, you know, we have to do the second encounter after the first encounter, right? So we might as well start stacking up buffs, if I remember correctly. I'm gonna try to do the thing. A lot of corpses here, though. Oh, I should have used the corpse clear ability! Look, it's been a while since I've played this game, okay? Top left, yeah. Yeah, there's a... Ooh. The second encounter is always at the end of this one, and you don't go to a new zone, they just appear. So you want to stack up tokens, if I remember correctly. Okay, they're both dead, so now, yeah, we just stack up buffs. Tip of the hat to you. So now you get a buff. When you dodge, you get another dodge token.
An invariable result.
-2 stress. Might as well give yourself another crit token. Ignores riposte. Don't you have something that ignores block tokens? How unfortunate. Self back forward 1. Gain if no stance. It'll move you forward 1 with a 21 damage attack. All right. At least you're in the front and you have riposte. But you're taunting. I forgot about that. And you're stunned again. They love tossing out the stun. Gives a big block token. Sorry, big dodge token. It's been a while. You stunned, you lost your action, but that's fine.
Measure out your violence.
Unfortunately, we didn't get too much value out of those taunts. There's trinkets that apply more taunts. That would be really nice on the Grave Robber with the ability, when dodged, get more dodge. Now, we're not getting more dodge, but that's okay. You still have riposte active. You're also blinded. Thank you. You're in an aggressive stance. You can feint to get into defensive and then start flicking. Feint. Where's feint? Yeah. I wouldn't want to do feint here though, because I would only get 1 riposte. But that is true. Get into the defensive stance and then you ignore dodge. Makes sense. You know what I like? Constantly shuffling and gaining the bonuses from our pet. You're dead.
Agony.
Not really getting too much value out of the dodges. Probably just gonna heal you.
Welcome relief from caustic agony.
Lunge. Yeah. Again, keep shuffling the party order. It's actually good.
A calculated generosity, but a welcome one nonetheless.
He can't dodge to save his life, and it is to save his life, and he can't dodge. On cooldown, Absinthe. I'm realizing Absinthe is how you can get those dodge tokens back to get it started again with the taunt. Well, not with the taunt, but with the buff where you get hit and then you keep dodging. Connie says you're getting punished after all the luck on the Balatro runs. Hey, if this is getting punished, I'll take it. We done? I think we're done. I'm also realizing the value of preparation. It's kind of like take aim. You're getting a speed buff, a strength buff, and a crit buff. Your next attack is gonna crush. I forgot that you even picked up parts after the den. I just did the den for the fun of it. Okay, you have lie. Let's give you the banner again. You need something. Take stress heal. You have heals. You don't need multiple ways of healing. You take a heal, you take this. Much better. Okay, where are we going? We are here. We're going straight. Oh, missed that one.
The coach's plating is spent.
Yeah, we're gonna have to do the repair battle soon, which is unfortunate, but pancakes, pancakes, pancakes. We already have flesh. Yeah, I got 3 shrines so far. It's pretty good. Flesh is busted. Busted, busted, busted. I don't like removing all dodge tokens. I guess she doesn't get that many of them, does she? Disengage gives 1. So yeah, I guess removing all dodge is not that bad, is it? It's also moving forward 3, which is nice. You have the banner. I do have the banner. No. Yeah, actually, yeah, moving forward 3 is not bad. And then plus 30% damage on top of it. Yeah, that's... Now that I'm looking at it, it's pretty good. Maybe even, like, get rid of disengage. Because Touché will put you into a stance if you're not in a stance already. Give it a shot. That says lol. Don't lol at me. Okay. New virus detect on unwilling subjects. No fight left for the wicked. What the hell are you? The lethargic bishop. I found him. Now, well, I have to see if it's actually going to let me use the ability, but let's see. So incision will give a big block. I remember these. They suck, don't they?
Let us take a closer look at the thing. As
Terrific
repulsive
cut.
as it is.
Doesn't this apply a debuff like lower death's door resist or something? A trophic cup, a trophic cut. Piercing bolt volley, serrated bolt volley. Those I believe are what we get when he applies the benediction buff to them, maybe? Or maybe they have to like reload their crossbow.
Analysis is the natural
Can't remember.
prelude to action.
Let's start by burning him. You can't bleed him.
Steady yourself.
Oh, that's a lot of stress. Who's got the... I don't know who has the thing anymore. But you know what? This also gives you the aggressive stance. And it hits the 3rd position. Knocking out the Arbalist would be very important. Yeah, let's start there. Okay. And we don't have a riposte, but maybe at some point. We got a loot box, a unique reliquary. Also, he has more health and more damage for 1 battle. All right, well, we'll deal with him. 2. Hit for 4 damage to kill. Every time, man, every time. Lower your stress.
Relief comes rarely in these times. Savor it.
They can't hit there. So, yeah, we just gotta go for the kill, don't we? Pulling you to the front is also nice because you got the
A
dodge.
promising development.
Minus 1. You got a debuff for killing an enemy? I have to kill him fast. Yeah, spending an action killing him was nice, but You are right, we do have to kill him. He can use his benediction to bring people back from the dead. I have forgotten about that, to be fair. All right, we'll get him poisoned, we'll get him burning. If we clear the corpse, I don't know if he can bring anyone back. But at least, you know, he spent some of his actions not really accomplishing that much. Grape shot into... It'd have to hit for 10 in order to kill him because he has the Death's Door protection. I actually think it's better to make sure that this guy dies again. He does so much damage. We've got to kill him while we're working on the dude in the back. Corpse clears do deny the res. That's good. Good to know. You are in the front. Eight. If you can do 6, you can get a kill. Probably just get a kill, huh? Ooh! I mean, that gets the kill. Smite, 1 stress, little damage. Alright, and this guy is dead in 2 turns. I don't have the Eat Corpse ability. Should really equip that. It's only the dude in the back. Maybe this is what we need. I don't know. Are you gonna, like, do something now? Can you give yourself a block token? No. If only I had the character with the, you know, purge all corpses ability. Wait, I took it off of you. What? Oh, you had the banner. That's right. I changed it for the banner. Right. Okay. Okay. Thanks. The corpse I was looking at too. All right. You are dead. That clears the corpse. Stroke. Beautiful. Also point blank shot. Also 27 damage crit lunge. Ignores block and dodge when stealthed. Isn't there a path that makes the lunge do incredible damage when stealthed as well? I think I remember that one. So, they're both dead. Is this correct? I believe this to be correct. I don't think we're gonna get a heal. You can't do anything. Fine. That's okay.
The past is gone.
And
let it die.
Each of the 100 Crusaders were entrusted with a specific reliquary. Inscribed with sacred text, they contained essential icons and artifacts of faith. The lock is rusted tight and requires tools to open. Deliverable. Well, now I know that we didn't have to bring the banner to every single combat until we hit this one. It's okay. Dim light, 63. All right. Can I use these from this menu? I really wish you could. Okay, you've got one more of these, which will pop You got the linen, you've got the heals. Seems fine. Heal 12? You know, take one of these. Yeah, take this one. Try to purge it. You know what? Take that. Clear some corpses. All right, where are we going? Oh, right, the incredibly difficult encounter where 25% of our party is not going to be able to act every single turn. Good, good, good. Well, let's bring all the heals, actually. I've changed my mind. Everyone has a heal. It's very diligent of you, though. I mean, I want to accomplish things.
Lost.
I want to get it done.
They need your help.
I don't even, oh, you know what? I was gonna say I don't remember the upcoming boss. I do remember the upcoming boss. It's the one with all the locks and chains.
They seek to strike
Double
while we are
ghouls.
vulnerable.
Ugh.
Hold them off.
Heavy stress combat. Not ideal. Getting dodge tokens is probably smart. Just spam these. Point blank would move you back. What do you do from the front? You could do damage and you'll probably faint. Ah, but you won't be in a stance. So you probably will prepare faint. Yeah. Okay. Prepare doesn't move you, faint doesn't move you. I like it. Because if we take aim, we can prepare, speed up, faint, take aim, point blank shot, do a lot of damage, theoretically. Prepare. We don't get the buff from already being in a stance, but we at least go into a stance. And then faint gives us riposts. Skull toss on a vulnerable target sucked. Stun. You know, it doesn't necessarily stuck, does it? Ugh, horror. You gained a token! Well, that's unfortunate.
A breakthrough. There
Keep
is
the stress
comfort
down.
in company.
There is comfort in company. There is comfort. There is comfort in company. I remember that. Vulnerable. I guess you're vulnerable if you have to repair. Okay. Get some more dodge tokens up. How dare you live? Oh, come on. More horror. On the bright side, you're dead now, and I don't even have to do anything to kill you. Can't incision. Yeah, you can burn him. Something. Man, I really wish I could move with you. You're like my best unit.
Stumbling and stupefied.
Oh good, 2 people who can't act this turn. Good lord, man. Repartee is going to be important, I think. I should have started with that, actually. Suck up the actions from the enemies. Man, and the stress is going up. There you go. Man, everything you do gives yourself a token, huh? Man, that's annoying.
To action.
I really wish this could be used on you to remove the token, but that's not how that works. You can't even do anything from your current position. Honestly, like, I guess toss out a heal, maybe move forward. You can stab him next turn. Man, stress is going up. You can't do anything from this position either. Look, mistakes have been made. Gonna put our Plague Doctor in the front now. What a 5. The defensive stance gets around dodge, and you're already too far back anyways, so. There we go. Working him down.
Lethality writ large.
Oh my god. Stop making my people horrified. Alright, he's dead. I don't think there's much we can do to, like, reduce the stress of on our own. I don't actually have any stress reduction abilities. Should have had the ability to eat corpses at least, but
even the greatest of threats.
all right.
We move once more.
Man, that was annoying. Do I have any stress relief? I do, technically. Could have been better. Could have been worse. Could have been better. Could have been worse. We're in desperate need of stress relief, though. Although, if they have a heart attack, it's not that bad, isn't it? They just reset their stress to 0 and lose a little bit of relationships.
Look upon their noble struggle and be humbled by it.
Granted to that. So what do we? Flame in items, flame scouting, flame in items, relics. Yeah, that's fine.
In crisis, no gain is insignificant.
-2 stress for 2 targets, and round start, 1 region. Pancakes! We don't need as many pancakes. There's a cache coming up, and then Oblivion's Rampart. Sets our HP to like 5%. Oh yeah, it sets our HP to like 10% or something too.
Supplies this way, if you can make it.
That's true. Did forget about that. Pancakes!
Karma abhors waste. Best to take all you can.
The catch.
Wainwright awaits, eager to ply his trade.
Round start, 5% chance of a stealth. Got some spuds. Looting trinkets. At combat start, all allies behind get a block token. If you're first in the turn order and you miss, gain weakness. Gain on miss if first in turn order weakness. I really wish that they just did a pass on the game to make text more understandable. Gain on miss if first in turn order weakness. That one it's actually not that hard to understand, that one particularly. Some of them can be frustratingly difficult to understand though. Okay. Is there an auto sort? There is an auto sort. Spuds. 30% max 8. You know what? We don't need that. We got taters. Anything else we can dump? Stun resist would have been nice on that fight. I'm not gonna use this. I'll dump it. All right.
The loathing festers.
All right. Ah, I just remembered something. In Act 2 through 5, your final Oblivion's Rampart is a horrible, annoying boss fight. Luckily, that's not going to apply today, I don't think. Well, you're still pretty annoying, but you're not nearly as bad as the three-wide guy. He's the true nightmare. Oh, but you do worship. Oh, right. What do you do? Is it exaltation? It's probably exaltation. Self gets a death blow protection. Everyone gets a super dodge. Hits the front enemy unit. Yeah, that's the one. So we got to get our dodges in the front. Okay. You need to. We need to hit the units in the back. So I think we just start smacking them. Good stress relief. Don't need the heal. Magnesium rain for the burn or plague grenade for the poison. Poison's more likely to hit the unit in the back and it just hits harder. Yeah, don't let him get worshipped. Anti-worship, please. In fact, I'm thinking about lunge. Whew. Big stress hit too. You're dead in 2 turns. When he absorbs the worship, is it an auto action or does it take the action? Will the poison get the kill before the worship triggers? I don't remember. He is stealth. That's annoying. Well, here's the thing. Burn is more likely to hit. Okay, he's dead. It's not gonna matter for him, but it might matter for this guy. Okay, 10 damage. He is currently dead. They're not even gonna let me double tap him. I guess take aim, because you do have a riposte. You could hit him. You're not doing anything. This gives you stress relief. Might as well buff. Good riposte crit. Stress is too high. Meltdown! Damn, I missed your eyes. Quiet, fretful sobbing. Oh. Stress resist for 3 rounds. How did you get that? Was that Is that a new thing? Is that because she had a meltdown? So now it's less likely she's gonna get the stress? That would be smart if that's how it works. Also got a quirk. They did. Lower max health, better meltdown chance. When damage, a chance of gaining stress. Okay. Faint, kind of like. I think you're dead. I think you're dead. Touché won't actually move, but it will give a dodge. He doesn't need a dodge token. I think you faint.
To pen
That was a great shot. You're gonna have another meltdown. If only we had... Ooh. I've slammed the door on fear. If only we had a, Oh, it even lights up like, hey, don't forget you could pass. If only we had a way of reducing stress. We have lots of ways of reducing the damage that we've taken, but not stress. Okay, you're dead, and theoretically you won't get the worship off. Let's smack. He's now on death's door.
Can make all the difference.
We smack him again. You know what? This is the time for a double tap. I can't hit you.
A calculated generosity.
Well, because I can't hit you, I'm gonna have to wait another turn. I don't have anything that gets around execution, unfortunately. I'm just gonna... I guess, hit you. I like the twirls. Abscess doesn't even do anything. Oh.
An inkling of potency still lingers in some
Combat
of these
start to blind.
well-worn
Gain on
relics.
crit blind. Gain on miss, 10% crit for one battle. I don't remember this. So every time you miss, your crit chance goes up to a point where you're critting every single time you land a shot. How interesting. How would you deal with this? I don't know.
The loathing whispers.
The loathings. You know, there you go. Big resist to everything. I mean, your bleed resist is still 101. You're okay. Increased chance of looting trinkets. I guess we can keep it. Gain on miss if first in turn order, all allies behind at combat start gain a block token. Probably a bad idea. Let's just move on. Although we should probably make more space, shouldn't we? We don't need disease resist for one region. We can dump that. Now we have a little bit of extra space.
Haggard, tired-eyed, all are welcome here.
See. Also, let's check out people's relationships. Still totally fine. Yeah. Forgot that, you know, coming back... We don't need more pancakes. I forgot that coming back from the heart attack is not that bad. Come back from it pretty quick. Previously, it used to give plus crit when blinded, basically
We
for
would
the
come here
leper.
in
Good point.
summers of years gone to write.
Prize
think,
open the unique
and
reliquary.
rest.
Damage resistance per positive token, stress resistance per negative token for the party for 1 in. Being fragile. Light sensitive. Combat start too weak if flame is high. Vicious plus 10% damage. Obsessed with death. No opportunities to remove yet. Trinkets are discounted. Unique reliquary.
Amongst the icons
Quest
and relics,
continues.
a ragged copy of the Crusader's Creed.
Sanctified scroll. I wonder if we even have the time to do this. I don't know. I'll put it
The
on.
next stop is leagues away. Plan accordingly.
The Sanctified Scroll.
word of the
The
light
Crusader's Creed, an
will
inspiration
call
to the
forth
desperate
the
and
faithful.
downtrodden. Spread the word amongst the peasantry, the defenders endure. All right.
Conventional fare, but fairly priced.
Used in addition to normal food. Roast pig! Yes, we will be taking a roast pig. Oh, yeah, this is a good shop. We picked up Greater Sharpness Charm. How nice. Let's start with the pig.
A bit of comfort on the road to damnation.
If this is it, what a last meal. What a succulent Chinese meal. So we need relationships ideally between the grave robber and everyone but the highwayman. Okay. Grave robber and everyone but the highwayman. What about highwayman? I'm gonna do this just because of the stress. And then, oh, I should have just done this for the stress.
The inevitable end of your journey
Right,
awaits you
that's what's next.
once again.
2% crit for one, 2% crit for one region. You keep your progress between runs. That was the other thing I was thinking, is that maybe on the next run we'll have the Sanctified Scroll and then we can get, you know, more progress towards the unlock that way. Blocked by austere, ascetic, and vicious. Okay. No one can use the Songbook of Amorous Ballads or the Book of Bawdy Tales. That's funny. Whiskey Barrel. It's fine. Less fine, but still okay. Do we have anything else that, like, buffs the stress? Maybe. Okay. Healing. Put that there, because you get a self-heal. Round start, 5% chance of being stealthed per turn. I like the idea of comboing that with repartee. Because if you manage to get that, you can then just turn it into dodge. Yeah. Sneaky! Sneaky and mean. Combat start, 25% chance of entering it stealth. That's actually pretty good, pretty nice. I didn't read Fussy Eater, says Bex. You and everyone else, says Connie. I wish it showed you what buff you got. We picked up round start, 5% dodge chance. You do a lot of damage. That seems pretty good. What else would we like to see? Round start, 5% crit chance. Blasphemous Idol. Holy beats. I mean, we have the money. So it's worth using. +4 speed. Can you have this? No. All right. 2 targets. +1 relationship pip. Would matter on Plague Doctor. Grave Robber. Gets you to the next level of relationships. Isn't there like a chance? Yeah. 60%, 95%, 5%. Connie says, I hope they're also doing a quality of life pass on the update. It seems like the inn is still as awkward as ever. Kind of just hard to see. Like, there's no reason I need to see how many candles I have, or how many relics I have, or baubles. I know I can always filter it, but a little unnecessary. Healing salve, probably worth buying. Blinding 1 target. Not bad. Explosive flammable party does damage. Round start, 5% chance of a crit. Buy this, and then with 4, we will buy maybe 1 flame. If food in inventory is greater than or equal to 10 plus 10% food chance, it's not gonna happen. Whiskey. Forgot about the whiskey. But I think we're okay. I don't know what you got, but I'm gonna give you a crit chance bonus. All right, you have removed negative tokens. You have a heal. You have a heal. Now you have, well, we'll use this on the first combat because I think there's gonna be combat, right? I believe that to be the case.
Learn what can be
8.
taught.
8 mastery
And you may
points. Okay.
stand just a little taller at the end.
Flesh was pretty good. I have to acknowledge, it's a nice ability. Faint, we need it for the riposte. Flick. Preparation. I think you want to prepare when you are in the defensive stance, ideally. So it would be like, open up, in the front, touche, then you can prepare, then you can flesh. That seems like the ideal turn order, and then after that point, then you faint, you start getting your riposte out. But that takes 4 turns to get all of the stuff out. It's kind of a lot. Oh, the path, by the way expensive now. Good to know. Repartee, Shadow Fade, Lunge, those were pretty good. Poison Dart, also pretty good. Absinthe. Big blocks, I like it. You only have point blank. Take aim to give yourself 2 crits, pretty effective. Duelist Advance for another riposte token, also pretty effective. Double tap gets a damage buff at 50% health instead of 30% health. Let's look at the other ones, which I never look at. Steal positive tokens. Buffs your own crit. Double cross removes block and applies vulnerability. Target stun. Execution 1 on Wicked Slice. Just generic Wicked Slice. Tracking shot target cannot gain dodge. Kind of like double cross. To just give like that extra vulnerability. Like I'm not using grape shot or double tap. You can reset? Has that always been there? Double shot could be pretty good. I think Duelist Advance is pretty good. Yeah, Plague Doctor's always in the back. It might be worth it going for like the Noxious Blast. I mean, 6 poison is pretty good. It's pretty good. And I'm having a problem with them not being able to attack the front position from the back. So yeah, we'll go Noxious Blast. Instead of Incision. Plague Grenade, Magnesium Rain, Indiscriminate Science, Battlefield Medicine. I like those. Cause of Death. Deals 100% of remaining bleed, poison, and fire damage as damage. Forgot how long these runs go, and this is the short version, says Connie. This is also me not remembering how to play the game, so you know, keep that in mind too. I might upgrade Flick just to have it. Haven't been using Grape Shot. Because I want to move. I want to be using Duelist Advance and Point Blank Shot. Double Cross is just for something, for an enemy that's been heavily buffed. And she's just kind of throwing in poison darts, which is not amazing, but you know, it's something. It's something. Pirouette. Back 3 does damage, self-weakness. I don't remember it giving weakness before. Like, here's the thing though, Pirouette, if you're in the front, is amazing if you get the random stealth start. It's real good. Like, I'm thinking start in the front, and then as soon as you get stealth, you can pirouette back. But why would you, like, why would we care if we're just gonna shadow fade into the repartee? Are we even gonna do that? Probably. I still like lunge. All right, we still have a few points to give out as well. Take aim, double crit, that's fine. And flick, there are times when that matters. Magnesium Rain is also pretty good though for the damage. We're using that ability as well. All right, I think we're good to go. I think we're good to go. 36 baubles, anything to spend them on? Nope. All right.
The roads are rife with peril.
I think you get a buff
A little
when you're at
protection is
full
always welcome.
capability on the carriage, so that's fine. We'll do it. 2.
Tried and
Respectful.
tested. A bond to be counted
Amorous. Point blank shot gives a strength token. Indiscriminate science gives a dodge. That's a huge text box. Repartee removes DOT. Highway robbery is a heal. I don't even have highway robbery equipped. Well, whatever. I absolutely respect mud. The mountain. Now, is there combat before
At last, the great
denial?
ziggurat, temple of failure and regret.
I'm gonna run under the assumption there's not, and then we'll adjust as we go. So we'll do like, basically everyone gets heals, and then if there's combat, we'll just equip other things. Ka-thunk. Ka-thunk. I think there's combat. I think it's a small one. Like a small defensive post, maybe? Maybe not? see something up here. The heck is this? Tentacles! It's combat. Because it's combat. You are gonna have a smoke bomb. You are gonna have... That's fine. You're gonna have anti-blind. You're gonna clear corpses. And we probably don't need all of the heals, so let's give you flame. Ready and waiting. It's not like we can flee from this combat. Maybe you can. No trinkets. I don't really have anything I want to put on anyone else, really. Okay, good time for some smoke. So, okay. Touche puts you in a stance. Deacon's rough. Evangelist. Probably you go first, because I can point blank shot you. We are starting weak. You always start weak when the flame is high. It is what it is. At least you're purging a
Bravo!
point. This is a good crit. Forward 2. We gotta work on you as well in the back. In fact, now that I think about it, if you have range, you should hit the unit in the back. Except for you. Rush Judgment. Huge! Clarion Call. Stress! You're dead. You're taking a little bit of damage.
The slow suffering
Little
begins.
bleed. That's a pretty big bleed. It's gonna be hard to get the kill on you. Not impossible. Not impossible. But we did set up the point blank again. All right, that went fine.
Encouraging.
The weakness is kind of annoying, but you know, at least on a boss fight, it's not going to matter as much, right? Noxious Blast is all the way over here. Why is it? Oh, I thought it would order naturally. It doesn't. I'm gonna have to fix that. Because I get confused as to where everything is if it's not in the right order.
Unavoidable end.
You've got a heal coming up. Hair? Faint. Shay. I think I just hit you. I think if I just attack you, I can kill you. Wow, that went all the way to the back, huh? Back 1 turned into a back 4. Beautiful. Now you can't even act. Fantastic. You know what, though? Reduce stress. Tip your hat. They changed it to the Darkest Dungeon 1 style where the order is based on the order you pick. Thank you, Connie, because I was losing my mind. I could have sworn that they enforced order, which I would prefer, honestly. Blind chance is pretty nice. We'll keep the light up. Oh, double tap, you failed me. But that's why we put the dodge up and the taunt up. He's not gonna do anything. Okay, he did something. He gave me the stress that I just healed. All right.
Greater threats await those who dare.
Well, you have something new. What happened to you? You lost your combat equipment. I was just gonna walk forward. Okay, you get a heal. You have absinthe, but you having a heal on someone else is nice. You're gonna have the triage kit. You're gonna have a heal 5. Take a remove all negative tokens. It's better than removing blindness because it removes a lot of things. Yeah. So it gives you 1 dodge token. I don't have that effect, but that's fine. Okay. Yeah, this is okay. Dun, 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 dun. It's the denial boss.
Behold.
I could
the
snuff
source
out the
of
light
sting,
to avoid starting with 2
gateway
weakness,
to
but honestly,
incomprehensible emptiness.
that's not gonna last that long. I'd rather have, 10 blind chance every turn.
The mind must be freed of its self-imposed incarceration.
Denial of reason. Cannot use stress healing skills. Okay. Do we begin with a crit or begin with a point blank shot, which is gonna buff our Plague Doctor's damage? We probably start with the point blank shot. Each one of these locks represents a unique ability, or actually not unique, a class of abilities. The lion's head being melee, the arrows being ranged attacks, the plus healing, and the circle stress. So you cannot use stress abilities right now. If we get rid of the shackle of despair, then we can actually use those abilities again. I want to make sure that we can always attack, so probably go for those ones first, the one in the front and the one in the back. That's my opinion. I'll hit it. Did get comboed. I could just remove your weakness, which seems nice. Touche puts you into a stance. And then we can flesh forward, which will give you the buff that'll last a long time. I feel like that's pretty solid. Everyone's relatively resist to status effects, but we might as well toss it out. Get the damage done. Paralyzing Fear, nasty stun. We could remove it though. If the duelist moves first, we can remove it. Big crit chance when the target is comboed. Huge. Already dead, but it is going to take a few turns. Overwhelming anguish. Damage, stress. Man, they are loving the Plague Doctor right now. Crippling doubt. Nothing really happening there. So what is the debuff? No ranged attacks. It even looks like a gun. Okay, I want to have an action with you. So do we prepare? Yes. Then I think we'll faint. Blindness, beautiful. Okay, start healing, because good crit. You are taking a lot of damage. 6, 7. You're not dead. You can't. You don't have any ranged abilities you can use. Crap. Well, you can move. That doesn't actually change anything. All right, 1 down.
A promising development.
You gotta be careful because because there's no corpses and they move forward, you could find yourself in a situation where you can't hit the front line with people in the front line. But no heals. Man, stun. So many stuns. I should be paying more attention to which one of these enemies is doing that, because I don't know which one is doing that. We still have our strength buff. And we've got the riposte damage buff. So now we have riposte. I think we can take a minute. I want to set up the cool repartee, even if it's going to take some time. Oh, the stress. You also get unique buffs after a lock dies. I completely forgot about that. You are right, though. Okay, 4 HP. A little dangerous. No ranged attacks, again. It actually doesn't matter that much. So we still have the buff. We don't need to prepare. What is it that we want to do? Oh, you can't do this from your current position. Right. So move back.
Continues.
Apply on hit, weakness, or blind. I feel like the most important thing to knock out right now is... you're probably gonna... I'll do it anyways. Probably knock out the one that prevents you from healing, because everyone can hit this one without needing to rely on ranged attacks. In fact, you don't even have ranged attacks. So vulnerability goes a long way, or crit, but if we do this one, you're probably never gonna be able to land a shot anyways, so yeah, okay. You shot your gun, but you didn't do any damage. All right, so now we've got the cool taunt. Oh, that's gonna be stress. No, he resisted the stress damage. No heals available. We can point blank shot though, so that's something. Currently in a defensive stance. Flesh moves you forward 14 to 20. It's pretty good. But I would love to get that point blank shot out as well. I'm gonna try for it. Magnesium rain or noxious blast. Fire's more likely. Oh, no crit, but still, that's a good shot. Low damage on that vulnerability. I was kind of hoping that we would get a crit. Death's Door. I mean, I couldn't heal that turn, so a little problematic. Can't heal this turn, a little problematic. heal that turn. Really hope you don't die. Crit healed. That's not bad at all. That's totally acceptable. Please attack one of my units that's not the Plague Doctor. There you go.
Awash in
Thank you.
turmoil.
Does your riposte trigger combo? Why is this one lighted up? How did we get did we apply combo or did the riposte trigger the combo? I don't know. That thing shook. I'm in danger. Hopefully not. Oh, the path. Right. Riposte inflicts combo. It's always something. It's always a menu that I forget about. I want to move forward too, because then we get the forward 1 from you. Yep, there you go.
At last, the world's mind is free to remember a time before the cancerous corruption.
An exploding brain that then floats into the sky.
The Shadow's advance has been halted. For a time.
There you go. Got some candles. And then that stagecoach is gone. Get out of here, stagecoach. Free your
A
mind.
nebulous nightmare. An apocalypse that
was pretty
only
good.
we can oppose.
It's a good reminder of how this game works, although I am gonna have to like completely re-remember and re-research every single skill, because they've all changed many times, I think. The mountain. Hold on. The intrepid coast.
Study the winding roads and routes of our kingdom.
Unlock
Find
stagecoach
any
skins. Oh,
advantage.
hell yeah. Arriving at a watchtower, all heroes get +1 speed for 1 region.
Memory
You
is
can
the
get
heart
memories.
that warms the mind.
Oh, if you don't bring someone out on a mission, they still have their memories. I didn't know that. I thought you had to bring them out over and over and over again, but they're still here. They got a rare treat. Okay.
These are beaten, broken souls.
Wow.
And yet our fortunes ride with them.
I completely forgot that we actually have to like level up a character. They can be so much better than they were. Death's Door resist. Trinket. Riposte skills have a higher crit chance. Gain on miss, remove dodge 20% of the time. A path. Skilled at disrupting the enemy, creating openings for allies to exploit. Stance passives overpower or undermine debuff resistance. Bleed resist. A trinket on combat start. You gain a defensive stance. That's really nice. That's really nice. So that you can actually start with the buff. Gain when hit, burn. Gotta be careful about that one. But, you know, just bring along the fire starter, right? Twisted fire starter. Apply on hit, riposte skills. Blind 66%. Presumably, you apply it to the enemy, right? Because you could get your riposte started pretty immediately with this. Stance provides recovery on killing blows. The Instruct Rice. Death blow resist, burn resist, quite nice. Again, targets get a speed buff on combat start. You gain the aggressive stance. And when you miss, you have a chance of gaining stress. Stance passives increase power and risk, stacking up to 5 times. Effects are lost when damaged. Effects are lost when damaged? You get damaged every single second of this freaking game. That seems horrible. Proposed skills, execution 2 until next in. Okay, well, let's upgrade everything.
Her sword upon the mantle. She will seek meaning beyond the blade.
And as soon as we get to Crusader, we can unlock him and get him going as well. Okay, that took all of my candles. What are the other things? We don't have any trinkets to unlock. You just get a random one by putting candles into this thing now. We can spend candles to unlock skins.
Variety.
There you go.
Superfluous for some.
And there's our
others.
It's as it's loading all of the pictures. I think we have everything unlocked. We should have everything unlocked. Should go through this and read I don't want to read everything, that's stupid. But there are more Infernal Flames. That's something I'm gonna have to take a look at. Combat start, a random hero and a random enemy get taunt 3. Heroes gain plus crit and plus damage taken while they have a combo. The Star of the Chosen, very random. You know, you have to attack enemies that have the taunt token, and they have to attack your units that have the taunt token. Confession bosses gain unique buffs. Wandering bosses have an increased chance to appear. Enemies have a chance to be ordained. Lair bosses are ordained. That's just everything bad. Okay. I mean, there's some interesting stuff here to maybe pay attention to later. Beautiful. For now, though, that was a fun kind of reminder about how Darkest Dungeon 2 works. It took a while, but I had to read a lot of stuff. I don't remember any of the paths or whatnot, and they've all been changed, so all of my previous strategies and styles and memories are faded into nothing, and I have to relearn all of this. But I'm glad to be back in Darkest Dungeon playing more of it, and I can't wait to see the DLC and new game mode coming out in about a week, and I will definitely be checking that out. For now, for those of you on YouTube, thank you very much for watching. Like the video if you've enjoyed it. Subscribe for more. Check me out on Twitch for when I go live. Support the channel at the various links below in the video description, and I hope to see you here again for the next run of Darkest Dungeon 2.